Hey, Mary, let me show you a little bit behind the scenes here. So first off, the Glide app itself, as you know, has this filter at the top. And this is just a choice component. And this choice component is being fed automatically the values from the spreadsheet here from the Resources tab under the types. So you see fruit, vegetables, and greens, right? Now, if you're going to add an additional type, you don't need to add it here because as you can see in cell C2, I'm just pulling the unique values from the types of your main fruit, veggie, green list. So as I add another value here, whatever it shows up in types, if it's a new value, it'll automatically show that value in that resources tab. So just so you see proof of concept here, I'll paste in a new one called time. You said you want to do herbs, right? There's an image and type herb. All right, which means that in my Glide app, I should now see, if I wait just a second, a new value called herbs appear, and it should be in alphabetical order if I did it correctly. Refresh my sheet. There we go. All right, so now it's herbs. Now this herb is not hooked up to anything yet. If I tap herb, you see that nothing shows up. I also think that this list is not alphabetical. And really, this is all smoke and mirrors. This is not one list that you see here. If you go to the layout view, you'll actually see that I have a separate inline list showing for each category type. And so what I have going here is like, let's look at this first one here, this first inline list. This is set for when the category is empty, which means that they haven't selected anything yet. Then we want everything to show up, so it's not being filtered. Now, as you can also see, this is not done alphabetically. So time is showing up, but it's at the end of the list. So what you'll need to do as well is add a sort to each of the inline lists in that layout view. So I'm going to add a sort, and I'll do it by food from A to Z. It does it automatically for me because I think it recognizes the food, which is great. So now time should be alphabetical. All right, so that's great that it's here. Now, if I choose fruit, time should not be part of that. Right? If I choose greens, time should not be part of that. Right? And vegetable, again, time is not part of that. It should be part of the herb category. But we don't have an inline list for herbs. We have an inline list for each of these other categories. So for example, this second one here is the inline list for fruit. So what I did was, and just to see what that looks like on the back end here, it's just an inline list showing the food type and image. And in the features tab, I have it where I'm filtering where type is fruit. But it's only going to be showing visible when this category is fruit. So if I didn't have this filter here, then this inline list would show all of the food items. And if I didn't have this visibility here, then I would see two inline lists. I'd see the one that is being displayed plus this one here. But I have 4 inline lists, and each one of them are only showing when that specific category is selected. So I need to add now another inline list, a 5th one, for herb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this component, and this component right now is for greens. And so I'm going to choose it where type is herb instead. So I need to type the word herb. I need to match that category exactly. Okay. Where type is herb. And I'm only going to show this when the component is herb. Okay, so now we have our herb selection here. So now when I choose herb, I should see time. There we go. And so that's how it works. So if you want to add a new item with a new category, just know that all you have to do is add in that value here. Okay. And then afterwards, if it's a brand new category, you'll have to create a new inline list that's being filtered and visible by that category type. All right, if you have any questions, just feel free to message me on Twitter. All right, good luck.